We will behave better when we believe we. That's right. We will behave better when we believe when we can have better. Maybe a typo is there.
Go let a nigga crack with some Yeezy slides and some basketball shorts on and got nothing to offer them. It's funny, man. A lot of people self-sabotage in good relationships. One of my mentors, Jamon Glenn, said something. He said, people can't behave beyond what they believe. So if I don't believe that I can have a good relationship, when something good presents itself to me, I'm gonna make it fit, look like, perform like what I believe I can have. If I only believe I can have trauma, disruption, arguments and fights, break up to make up, I'm gonna take a good thing and break it down to a bad thing to fit within my box, my paradigm, understanding of belief so I can behave properly in it. I don't know how to behave in something good because I never believed in good. We can't behave beyond what we believe. That's why you see people self-sabotage. That's why you see people run from good situations. That's why you see good men get broken by bad women. That's why you see good women be broken by bad men. And I done seen good men walk outside of a great house, a woman cook, clean, do everything, submissive, take care of the kids and all that, and go kick it with somebody that look like, I ain't gonna say the name. I've seen women have the best man, everything that they prayed for.
Go to you, Trev. We will behave better when we believe we can have better. Your thoughts, sir?
I could definitely attest to the sabotage portion of it. Right, there are some people due to trauma, in my opinion, in most cases, where they'll deal with a horrible relationship prior to that, and they'll bring that baggage over to the next one. It'll cause them not to be able to trust people, cause them not to be able to open up to people, to be honest with people, to love people, and it will definitely not be good for you. We watch people make bad choices all the time. We pick people for the wrong reasons, right? You chasing money, or you chasing a woman that's beautiful, but she's really just a nasty human being on the inside, and that's what we do. Just because she looked good or she got a fatty, that's what we want, and she might be good arm candy, but when it comes down to it, trying to get on with somebody and to cohabitate with somebody, it's Aster. And I see a lot of men choose to do just because he might be wealthy or because he has a certain look, and or it's just a good look for everybody else, but for you, it's not. This person might have their own bag. This person might be damaged, and you think it's going to work, but it won't. So, plenty of reasons.
All right. Go ahead, Jasmine.
My bad. Yeah, I definitely think that that's a fact. I used to sabotage my relationships when I was younger, just because I didn't believe. Yeah, I didn't believe that I was like attractive, so I didn't believe that I was like well enough to have someone. So when I did have this one boyfriend, I pretty much kept telling him, "You're just gonna end up cheating on me anyway, so it doesn't matter." Like, no, 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 no. Like, you're gonna end up trying to leave me for someone better. So I didn't believe that I deserved better, and I was in a very long relationship, like right after college, that was really toxic, and it was just. But I stayed because I feel like, well, maybe this is all I deserve. Like, maybe this is where I'm gonna be at. But then once the frontal lobe developed, as we were talking about, at 25, 26, so I was like, let me get myself together. Like, I deserve much better and all this stuff. But, and then after that, you just start making better decisions. You start realizing, okay, this is my worth. This is what I deserve. This is what I want. And when you do start believing that and seeing, like, yeah, I do deserve it, I can have better, then you do start acting better. You start setting more standards and being more poignant and just not accepting any type of behavior. Like, I was a little harder on my partners after that. So maybe they could have called me difficult or whatever, because I wanted so much for them and I like to take on projects, it's like I call them. So it's like, it's just, I don't know. It turns into one or the other. But either way, I definitely think you'll start getting better once you believe you can have better.
All right, go ahead, Hemp.
No, something Jazz said that resonated was she said, "Let me get myself together." Before you start believing, you got to start making sure you improve yourself for the results that you're trying to obtain. Manifestation does not work, not without work. So that's one thing. And that's why I wish men would play sports, specifically just men, Well, not I'm saying women, whatever, but just men, because you learn, especially like football, you might miss a tackle, you might get ran over, but you got to get up and play the next play, right? People stay down too much, and I'm just thinking sports is something that everybody can get into that'll help them improve getting over disaster, because the next play is coming regardless if you want it or not, you know.
I like that. I like that. Go ahead, Lady Da.
Yeah, I agree with that point. And what Jasmine said as well. I believe sports are some type of, a space where you can just always be practicing and you have to perform. So anything, it don't have to be just sports. It could be if you're a lady, dance or anything in that nature, where you have to consistently exercise. You have to improve yourself, your look, that builds your confidence. When it comes to you doing, let's say, a dance move and you fall and, you not doing it right. Okay, get back up and do it again. Or if you fall during a performance, you have to get back up and continue because people are watching. So I think a lot of those does help the development of a person. And when it comes to a relationship, you can use those skills. Don't forget it. Take everything that you've learned in your childhood and bring it to adult life and make it make sense. So when you're in a relationship, you won't look at it and say, "Oh, well, I'm not good for this person." No, you don't think like that. Just be confident that, if you don't think you're as good, just try. A lot of us are not even trying. We're just getting in a relationship. They do one thing wrong and then we're out the door. I used to do that. And back in the day, that don't work. You got to learn, okay, well, why don't I like this? Let's figure out, is it a trauma? What type of trigger is it coming from? Let's work on, why am I upset? It starts with you first, and then depending on who you're with. If you're with somebody toxic, then obviously you have to know what toxic look like, and don't pick those type of people. And then when you learn that through relationships, failure, then you decide to pick, okay, I need to pick this type of man, or I need to pick this type of lady. And then now your skills that you've learned through all of that, you can implement it into a new relationship and don't give up. You have to stick with it and keep going.
All right, go ahead, Zaza.
Kind of what everybody else is saying, everything starts with self-love. When you know yourself and you know your worth and you know who you are for real, you're able to understand what you deserve. When you don't know your worth, when you feel shitty about yourself, when you're talking down on yourself, when you're allowing all those negative emotions about yourself creep in, it could be the best person in the world in front of your face and you're just like, okay, but me. And it's like, you're fine. So I think it's about your self-worth and understanding that. And a lot of people don't understand the self-worth. That's why they sabotage a lot of relationships, because they be like, this is too good to be true. It's not too good to be true. You deserve this. I'm a firm believer that even when you at your lowest point, you still deserve that. And I think a lot of people take so much action, like we have to like be our, like we have to, fix ourselves before we do anything. And we need to be this person before we ever get into this. And it's like, sometimes it just happens. And if it happens to you, it's okay. You can fix, you can get through it. Sometimes that person might be there to help you learn some stuff or to make you a better person. And I just feel like people just need to, allow these wonderful things to happen in their life, but it does come with self-worth first. You have to understand who you are and what you believe in, but also know that you do deserve everything that God puts for you in front of you.